Do you know what you stand for and what you care about? If you enjoy listening to these episodes of Tracy Talks, please like and share with friends. I can be found on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you listen to your podcast. Please like, share. It really helps. In a world where we are inundated with information, what does it take for you to take action? I'm actually curious about how different we are as people. Do you only take action when something directly impacts your own family? Do you only take action when something impacts your ability to make money? I mean, we are so varied in our responses right now. Some of us are openly and continuously outraged about what is happening in the world. And some of us are actively hiding away, refusing to even look at what is going on. And so I'm curious, what does it take for us to be motivated to speak out, to stand up? I see people who are closest to me continue in behaviors that could be described as self-destructive. Nobody wants to say anything directly. Everyone wants to just bury their head in the sand and just pretend like everything is fine. And so it makes me wonder, if we can't even hold space for the people closest to us, if we can't even have conversations about what people are experiencing, our family, our closest family, if we can't even talk about, are you okay? I mean, I see you doing some things here, and it doesn't seem like you're okay. Are you really okay? And I wonder, what does it take for you to stand up and say, this isn't okay? This isn't okay within my circle of friends. This isn't okay within my immediate family. This isn't okay for people in my community. And how many of us have just become so accustomed to experiencing uncomfortable situations? We have gotten so accustomed to just being in uncomfortable circumstances that we think that that's the only way to live. But what if your voice, your intervention, your standing up, what if that is the one voice that's needed to change a situation, to change a circumstance? What if your voice is the one that tips the scales and change happens? We've gotten so accustomed to everybody just seeing things happen and going back to our lives and pretending that we didn't see it. At what point do we say, this is enough? Something has to change. I deserve better. You deserve better. We all deserve better. What is that point? I see a lot of people just being in circumstances, witnessing circumstances, and have made a declaration that, you know what, I really don't want to feel those feelings. I don't want to be upset. I just want to pretend like it's not happening. I just want to go and hide away and let somebody else figure it out. Do we only speak up when situations become so uncomfortable and unbearable? Is that when we reach a point where we decide to fight? And fight has become a bad word, especially in the spiritual community. We have to love everybody. We have to live in light. We have to, just be positive. But sometimes living in a fake reality of positivity is really keeping you from the life that you want, the life that you need, and the life that you deserve. I see people living in delusions, living in a reality that isn't real. Why has fighting for what you want become such a bad thing? Why has standing up and speaking your truth become such a bad thing? And what does it take? What has to happen to you? What has to happen to your family? What has to happen to your loved ones before you call people out? I love you, but these choices you're making are not good. We're so afraid to support people. Sometimes supporting people is actually speaking the truth. And not when it's just convenient. So many people after the fact, after the divorce, after the situation, yeah, I knew that guy wasn't good for you. Why didn't you speak up in the beginning? Why didn't you say something when you saw the signs? So many of us are just like, yeah, I knew that wasn't going to work out. Did you actually say that? I understand. I understand a lot of us don't feel like it's our place to tell someone their decisions are poor, that their decisions are not the best. I'm not going to be that person. I'm going to be the one that says, I don't know why you're doing that. Why are you doing that? I'm going to be the one that's going to say the thing. I'm not going to be the one after the fact that's going to say, yeah, I saw that, but I didn't want to say anything. That's not me. And sometimes I feel like there are too many people that don't want to stand up. I consider being supportive as being someone who will say the things that need to be said. It's not about being mean. It's not about being uncomfortable. It's not about blaming or belittling. Sometimes speaking the hard truth is what is needed. Is that what you would want? within a friendship, within a family? Would you want someone to tell you when you're headed down a path that doesn't look good? And maybe that's where this comes from. Maybe none of us want to be told the truth, and so we don't speak it to other people. What really needs to happen before you will stand up and say, that's enough? Thank you for listening to this podcast of Tracy Talks. Please like and share with others who would enjoy listening to this podcast. And until next time, we meet again.